I've come to the end of my tape. There's nothing else for me to say in the world.
I think you have a lot to say because you are now back in Los Angeles.
Here I am in sunny LA, except that it's been cloudy every day. Yes, I'm here, but like mentally I'm somewhere off in the cloud. We're still unpacking, so it's like we're not fully here, I'd say. But I am
It looks
here
like
physically.
you've made progress.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I
Oh,
could be
here,
looking
yeah.
behind you.
We put up a mirror. Um there's still lots of boxes you can see. Our living room was pretty complete. I mean, I'm not going to show the whole thing. Our TV is way too big, but somebody gave it to us, so that's our TV now.
You need to get a projector screen.
But how? But then we can only watch. Well, we'd have to get like blackout curtains, I guess. But you can't watch in the sunshine
Why are you watching TV during the day? What kind of
because I'm depressed.
what's wrong with you?
Ever heard of daytime television?
Yes, that's why it has associations with being sad and lonely and a loser.
I mean, were those not the best days though? Like when you would be sick home from school and you could finally like catch up on General Hospital, or did you do that?
No, you know what I was thinking of recently though is when I was like 10 or so and I would watch because all that was on TV during the day, even in the summer on like Nickelodeon, was like Nick Jr. So I would watch these shows that were way too young for me
Oh,
because that was all that was on. I would be
oh,
watching
we had
like
off.
Blue's Clues and like Franklin or Little Bear.
So funny. It's like opposite experience. I was like watching people being like, "Your brother's baby is really mine." Like,
No, and I was like, Gaga.
wait,
But
did you?
that's
You
the
only had
difference
one
between me
channel?
and you. What?
How did you? Why were you stuck with only one channel? What happened to the other
I
channels?
only had Nickelodeon. No, I just went when I was like so I was like 10 and it was either like I was waiting it for it to be 2 o'clock so I could watch like Step by Step and then Full House. But
Yeah, the same.
in the mornings it was just like the news. I mean, eventually I got into like The View, um,
Yes, The
which was
View.
incredible, obviously.
That was a
Uh,
great show. Is it still
yeah, I
on?
get it's still on, right? I mean, I watched it when it was like I mean, Joy Behar is probably still on The View, right?
I think so. I haven't heard
Right?
about her doing anything else. I mean,
But it was like her and Elizabeth Hasselbeck and uh
well, I watched it in the. Was it Rosie?
yeah, Rosie. I watched the Rosie era, but she wasn't on there for very long, was she?
Um, yeah, Rosie. Well, what happened? She had her own talk show for a second, right? Or is that before your time?
It is before my time. Yeah, yes. But then she joined The View, but didn't she like not last very long on The View? Because
She
everyone
well,
got mad at
something.
her.
Yeah, everyone got mad. Well, her and Hasselbeck like really.
Yeah.
If memory serves me correctly, it was a tense time. Not unlike this time. It's the same type of tensions, but her and Hasselbeck really seemed to like actually beef with each other. I think, and it
Yes.
was like it got too personal. Um, and but that's why you watch the show. It was
Right.
kind of like the original.
That's what made it good. Yeah, I think that's when The View was like in its prime.
Yes, it was incredible.
Okay, so how is it being back? How has the park been?
It's been good. As you know, we have only gone a couple times. I'm trying to think. I mean, it's been much more relaxed. I mean, much less populated, cleaner, um, just like very quiet. I mean, the playground we used to go to in Brooklyn was like on a busy street. So it was literally like always trucks and fire trucks and cars and honking and just
Mhm.
like nonstop noise. Sometimes there was even construction going on like on the sidewalk next to the playground. There'd be like trucks and digging and breaking cement. So I mean, like, yeah, up in Griffith Park where you just hear the birds tweeting, and it's definitely a different experience. I've
Now, do
taught
you
my
think?
kids. Oh, go.
Wait, I have a question. Do you think like having so much noise surrounding the playground in New York, do you think there's an effect of like when your kid has a meltdown or if something dramatic happens with the other kids at the park, it seems like less of a big deal or less dramatic or less loud because of all of the noise? Like, do you
No,
find
I
that
think so.
you think it's worse?
It's the opposite. Yeah, because you're
Okay.
already your noise cup is already three-quarters full, and then your
Okay.
kid has a meltdown. You're like, ah, like you're just totally. I mean, I'm just
Then
talking.
okay.
It's more about me than him. Like, but my experience of it is like it's definitely worse for me because
So you're
there's him
overstimulated.
freaking out. Yes, and then there's all these competing sounds and competing obstacles to getting home. Like there's all these people and cars and things in the way. Like to get him anywhere. Like, and yeah, it's loud, and there's constantly parents going in and out of the playground, and like it's just, yeah, no, it's definitely worse. Although it is easier to get home. I mean, it was 4 blocks from our front door, the playground, so it was
Yeah.
like I knew I could just carry him, like run all the way home carrying him.
Right. It
But
didn't
we'd
seem
go
so
by.
daunting to leave.
No, it wasn't so daunting, but I'd go by like an outdoor train, like it was just loud, and like lots of
But he
people
also
trying to get on.
enjoyed the outdoor train though, right? Like
He loved the train and the fire truck, and yeah, I mean, like he definitely enjoyed that stuff. And I do think like he had lots of opportunities to socialize with lots of different people all the time, which was cool. Because he loves talking to people. So that aspect was good. But I think it's going to be better here because it'll be more familiar faces. Like, and more people with their parents. Like in New York, it was with the nannies. And so, which is fine. But there's kind of less familiarity between, let's say, me and a nanny, or like me and a parent. So it's like I think that ends up bleeding out into the kids.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
the kids are
Right.
less familiar with each other because it's just because the nannies kind of had their own crew. They weren't really interested in being my friend there. So like they
I
were
mean,
friendly.
that's ultimately why you came back because you just simply could not penetrate the group, you
It's
know?
not. I
What are you
mean,
gonna do?
maybe one reason. I mean, I think the weather was a huge factor, but and just quality of life. I mean, our place here feels gigantic now in comparison to the place we had in New York. Like
No, to me,
it
your
just feels
place
so
is huge.
it feels huge, right? It's
Yeah,
definitely the
yeah.
biggest place we've ever had.
Is that like what do you think?
It's
700,
awesome.
800 square feet? It's big.
I have no idea. I'm so bad at square footage. I think I don't know. How do you multiply? Do you multiply the length of the room by the width? Like, and that's how you get square footage? How does it work?
But
Does
you have to do,
anybody
but it's
know
like
the math?
it's every room.
I always
I
vibe it
think
out.
ours is like 800. So it feels
Okay.
similar. I think yours is about
Feels
the same.
similar. I think so. It's just different layout, so it's like hard to
Yeah.
I don't know, but the bathroom feels so roomy. There's like room in the bath, like the
Oh,
toilet,
compared
like you
to a
don't
New
like
York
hit the other
bathroom.
wall
Yeah.
with. Yeah, that's so small. The bathroom was small. I mean, everything was small, but we had that cool like sunroom in New York, which was very pretty. Um,
There was just never any
but
sun shining into the
there was
sun.
never sun. But there was a big, beautiful tree growing in Brooklyn, like the book. Um, I mean, our neighborhood was very picturesque, but it was, I don't know, it just didn't feel, the vibes were off. I'm not sure why. Um,
Did it
but
feel
yeah, I
like
don't
you
know.
weren't supposed to be there?
I mean, I definitely was confused. Now I don't feel like I'm supposed to be anywhere. I mean, honestly, like I kind of feel a lot in my life like I was supposed to die a long time ago, but
All
that's a
right, all
separate
right, all
issue.
right.
I mean, like, I took a lot of antibiotics as a kid. I'll say that. um,
Yeah, you're barely hanging on.
I don't know. I don't think I'm supposed to be here, but here I am. Um, But no, I definitely was like, why are we supposed to be here? I kind of decided in my head that it's just part of my child's fate that he was meant to spend that time in New York, and it just like wasn't about us. And I don't know why yet, but we'll know like in retrospect someday. I mean, we made some friends there. Honestly, I have no idea.
I think
I
it
do
gave, I
miss
mean,
some
he seems confident. Like he seems more confident.
for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
And
yeah, and he
then that
had
might
to
be
be
from
able to
being
just
there.
like it might be, yeah. I mean, he had to like everything changed up on him out of nowhere, and then suddenly it was like all new kids and new kids almost every day. I mean, that was one of the positives about Brooklyn was like there's just always kids to play with and like different kids, and you just play with whoever's there, and it's fun, you know.
Right. And in
But
a
it's like,
way, it can be hard if he like plays really well with someone and then you're like, well, he's never going to see them again, then that's kind of sad. But
yeah,
then there's a benefit of like, well, you're not going to like if something happens or you don't have to like feel um I don't like you need to be more
shame.
careful because like yeah, cuz it's like you're never going to see these people again. Like if something happens with a fight over a toy or whatever, it's like not as big of a deal, right?
Right, that's right. There's more anonymity, and there's also less people are just paying less attention to you in New York because they're seeing people all the time. I mean, that's just as a
Right, right.
person there, like
Yeah.
you can just feel a little freer in that sense. There were neighborhood kids that we did get to know and neighborhood parents. So I mean, there would be familiar faces sometimes, but um, yeah, I don't know. There wasn't really any. Everyone was just like doing their own thing, and I don't know. It
And so there was
was
less
pretty chill.
pressure. And that part sounds nice.
You feel pressure here?
Yeah, I mean when you see, you I mean it's good. Like you're supposed to feel obligated toward other people. Like I think that's what
Yeah.
keeps society cohesive, right? But it does add it does add pressure.
Yeah, you can get more in your head about interactions with people here because you just have less of them. I mean, it makes
Right.
sense. But then again, like I had that interaction with the librarian there, and I would have seen her a lot. I probably would have had to figure that out at some point,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
maybe not.
But instead you just
But
fled. I mean, okay, no. We're let's just keep saying this throughout the episode. I think that's the real reason you left. That
the
librarian.
librarian. I mean, a librarian's a very important figure in your life when you have a young child. Like
No, no,
they're
that's
like a
why
big,
it's really crucial. Like we're so lucky. Like the librarian, the children's librarian at our local library is everything to us. She's a celebrity. I, and if
yeah.
she weren't a
She's great.
nice person, we would be screwed.
Well, this is okay, but the actual main children's librarian there, I got along with well. This was a different. This was
Right,
just someone
right.
at the front
Okay. Yeah.
desk.
Oh, yeah. Not
So
even a librarian. Not even a librarian, right? Just like a
well, I don't know
lowly
what she has a
checkout.
degree in. I
Well,
don't know.
it's
Like
they're the people who just work at the library and it's like a job. And a lot of times there's like higher turnover, or there are like the librarians who have like a master's degree in library
yeah, I mean,
science.
I library science. Yes, I don't know like what the competitive level is in New York for getting a job at the library. Like I don't know the qualifications there. I know here you can
I'm
just
just saying
be
any freak loser off the street can get the job. All right? So you don't know what
I
you're going to get.
don't
And
know.
they at this library, those people are mean. Can I tell you something? Here, let me
You
tell you.
what? Oh, here we go.
Every person who works at the library here, other than the actual librarians, is like so mean. And it's because
Really?
it's just any jerk off the street can get a job there. Yes, no matter what. If I don't have my library card, I will hear about it, okay? They will simply not let me not hear about it. Every time I go there. Oh, you don't have your card with you? Yeah, I guess. What's your phone number?
You know
Every
what?
time.
That would happen to
Every
me
time.
in Brooklyn at the co-op, except they wouldn't let me have the deals if I didn't have my card. And I
Oh, so
always would say like
you just couldn't get stuff?
I couldn't get the deals. Like we paid the money to be members of the co-op, and then of course I can't keep track of my card. I was keeping it in a certain jacket, and then at a certain point I didn't need that jacket. Or before the jacket, I never knew where it was. I found it in a shoe once, but they knew they were like, oh, here's the woman who like so. Well, okay, here's the actual story is I would go in all the time. I thought the membership was expensive, so I was like, we're not paying for that, you know. I'll just shop here sometimes, and there's like a cheaper grocery store down the road. But then there's like certain things that my kid likes there, so I would go pretty often. And the woman who was the cashier was like, you should get a membership here. You're here all the time. And I was like, yeah, but I feel like the second I get a membership, I'm never going to come here again. And it's just going to be silly. And she's like, okay. And then, but then I saw the membership was like actually pretty cheap. It was like $25, and you get all these deals at the co op. So we paid
$25
for the,
how often?
you get it back. No, it's just an investment in the co op. Like,
Oh.
and then there's
Oh,
like a
that's it?
one time fee,
Okay.
like maybe, yeah, it was like way cheaper. I thought it was gonna be like $100 or something. Um, so we got the membership, we got our cards, and I go in the next time and I'm like, look, I finally got the membership. She's like, all right, all right. And then almost every time after that, I was like, I forgot my card. Like I can't find my card. And then I got a new card, and then I lost that card. So
No.
it was all just no, no.
So that's the
There's
real
no.
reason you left New York.
I kept being like, "Can I have a digital version of this card?
So,
Like,
or
and I
why
just have
can't
it
you
in my
can't look up
phone?"
your phone number?
No,
They
they
can't look up
wouldn't
your
do
name?
it. You had to have the card. No, they wouldn't do it. Yeah,
Did they say they did
sometimes
not
they'd
have the
take video.
technology to do that, or was it just out of spite?
Yeah, they said they're like the board really wants that, but it hasn't happened. Like or something like that.
I
Sometimes
mean,
they
as
take
a
pity on me. I think,
well, if you own
but in
if
the
you own the
deals, but
co-op, that just doesn't seem fair. You literally have an ownership of the co-op.
I
So
know
you
I should
you
sue
have your
them.
rights.
Can't we cooperate and give Rena the deals?
The deal, despite not having this stupid physical card, you're a mom bumbling around. Oh, my child. Oh,
Oh yes, I never got the deals. And so I relate about the card thing. They wouldn't lecture me though. I just wouldn't get the deals. So I mean a
well, because
lecture would be
that's the
worse.
difference. Library people. There's something about working in a library that gives library people an air of self-importance, where they will latch on any opportunity to talk down to a person. They will jump on it.
I mean, see, but you say anybody off the street could get that job, but my confidence with jobs is so low. I still feel like I couldn't get that job. I don't think they'd hire me for that job. They'd be like,
Um,
"She's a yapper. She doesn't belong here. She's not good enough to put away books."
well, they are. Yeah, they all of the people who work there seem very introverted. Like they would not be yapping. Like that's why they want to work in a library. They just want to quietly put away books, and the only words they speak to you are, "The library is closing soon," and "Your child is being really loud. Can you make it stop?"
Well, that's what happened to me. I mean, I've definitely been like not exactly fired, but like taken out of positions for talking too much. I
Yeah,
mean,
you would
yeah.
last a day at that library, and especially with the head
Maybe
librarian
not-
there.
Oh yeah, right.
Although I
Well,
could
because
see her getting along with you.
the head librarian,
Yeah.
really. What is it? How so?
I just feel like deep down she like respects if she knows that a person is actually smart, she respects them.
Oh, that's a very backhanded way of letting me know you think I'm smart.
Like deep down. Like you know,
Deep
it's
down,
there somewhere.
I see. You got to reach
Yeah,
real
it's
deep
not
down.
always obvious.
No, 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 but that's by design. I mean, isn't it disappointing to constantly present your true intellect to people and for it to always go over their heads? I mean, you must have given up a long time ago. I feel like I gave up a long time ago on people. Did you not? Do you
Um
feel the same way? Am I
no,
just full of myself?
I think
Probably.
the problem is I haven't given up on people and then I'm constantly disappointed by every interaction I have.
Oh yeah, no, I couldn't handle that anymore at like young age, young age. stopped. I started being like, I'm just gonna be like, nice jacket, or
Yeah, no,
whatever.
you're so good at that. That's why you get along with people, like, because you're so good at lowering yourself to their
I
level.
can't take I can't take the disappointment anymore. Like, because I used to think, okay, it started off with me I used to think I would always go A to C in my head, like ABC, right? So I would go A to C with my thoughts and assume people were following. And then at a certain point I realized like nobody's following and I can't handle explaining A, B, and C.
Right. You don't want to have to
So I was
explain
just
B. Yeah.
I just don't want to even no, I
So
don't
you
have the
just don't
patience.
even, you
I
just
just
stay at
literally
A. You just stay at A?
I stay at A unless somebody is like AC to me, then I'll be like, oh, okay, fine. Then we can go that far. Like
Yeah,
we might
yeah.
not
But
get to Z, but
you let them initiate.
if they initiate, then I'll be like, okay, let's open the door to us talking about more than just jackets. Unless I'm in a scenario where I'm extremely like socially what's the word? Like if I'm at a party and I'm like I don't know how to talk to anyone and I get like frightened, then I might just start talking a lot.
Oh,
And
and
like
then you
Lord
just let
knows
your
what's
inhibitions. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
I might go like ACFM, like just da 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 da
Where
da
it's
da da
like,
da da da.
what is
I
she
would be like, we
doing?
all knew that about the Spanish Inquisition, or whatever. And then they'll just be like, yeah, like I gotta go, and I'm like, I've turned off another one. So sometimes that if I get scared enough, I will talk too much. Yes, but generally I'll just panic into small talk, which I never used to be able to do. So yeah, I guess I figured out how to do that at a certain
No, but
point.
that's
Maybe it
why
was the
and
drug,
that's why you were able to do like I mean,
the New
I
York
won't say the
thing.
name of the group because people, our
Oh
listeners don't
yeah,
know what it is anyway, but our like local moms group that you were on the board of, and you were
local
able to
moms
like get along with
sorority.
them.
I mean, I think I got along.
And
I
they
don't really
loved
know what
you.
was going on. They did.
Yes.
See, that I'll never be able to internalize. I don't know. Is that true? I don't know. I hope that's
I
true.
don't say
That's
things that
cool.
aren't true.
Okay, okay. I mean, I just wanted to put something on my resume because I'm like panicking about how
How
I'll
is that
ever
going
get
to
a job.
benefit you? I've never understood.
Well, because when you're on the board of a nonprofit, it sounds people don't always understand what that means, but
Right.
it
Yeah. They
sounds
don't
like
know
you
that
did something.
you posted a few things on
No,
social
exactly.
media with the
No,
what
I
was
could be
this the emoji that you kept posting at the end of every post?
like a heart and a smile or something. I don't remember. I was trying to keep the tone light, like, oh yeah,
The
this
little
it's
yeah.
like
Yes.
little okay, I'm in the Freemason Lodge, like emoji or whatever. Um, no, I wanted to put something on my resume, and they said they were looking for a social media person, and that's like a job I probably couldn't do, but I might try to get at some point. Sure. No, and they were like, you could be head of communications if you want, and I was like, no, 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 no. But
Oh, they
like,
would have just made you president if you'd wanted to.
not president. No, that was a whole other situation. But no, I don't think I'd want to be president
No, I know you
of
don't want
anything
to, but I think they would have made you president.
if I just said I wanted to.
Yeah.
I think there might have been. See, this is the thing. This is where my like slightly not picking up on social cues thing worked out well for me because I think there was probably some kind of drama going on between other people that I was like adjacent to, but I like I couldn't detect the particulars of it. So I was just like la 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 la,
Mhm.
like just on the board. Like so that always works out well for me, I think. Because I don't pick up on whatever's going on. So I just like
Right, the
coast next
tension.
door.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You just so you stay out of it and you don't even have to try.
I don't even have to try it. There's nothing about it that sticks out to me. I don't notice it. I don't know. I mean, like, I think this has happened to me in the comedy community too, like where there's like drama, and I'm just like la 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 la, even stuff that pertain to me. I mean, I think there's probably lots of people who don't like me that I'm just like, hey, like, don't pick up on it at all, which
Right,
is
right.
great. I don't want to
That's kind of a blessing. I wish I didn't
know.
pick up on everyone's like teeny tiny emotions. Like
Well, see, but
it
when
makes
people do
sound
like me, that's when I think they hate me. Like when people are my friend, like my close friends, that's when I'll be like, they don't like me. Like they don't like me
why
for
is
some
that?
reason. I don't know. I think maybe it's like disorganized attachment or something. Like where it's like if I'm getting close to someone, I'm like, it's not like something's gonna go wrong or like I'm gonna do something wrong or and I'm not gonna know, or
I
I
see,
think
I
it's stuff
see.
from childhood, really.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
that, like
As
if
usual, blame the mother.
yes, it's my mother's fault. But like if you had parents that that like would be we're kind of Jekyll and Hyde is what they call it, where it's like they're like friendly and loving sometimes and then totally not other times, like that's what can get you because then you'll always question if
Right, right.
the
So in a way, it
people
can
that
be a
are being
blessing if they're just never loving toward you.
that's why I feel so comfortable with strangers. I mean, like
Yeah, yeah.
it's
Oh,
just there's no
interesting. I wonder if.
yeah,
Hmm.
there's no like I don't care either way, and so I don't need to stress out about it. And it gets worse, the obviously the deeper into my cycle I go. So I'm at the beginning of the dark side yet again.
Oh,
It's
you
not good.
are. Okay. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That's why I didn't see you in the afternoon yesterday.
Oh, what did I do? Oh yeah, yeah. No, I couldn't. I was too scared to see people. Yeah,
I was like, "Where
I had
your
to stay
husband kept showing up in my house," and I was like, "Where is my best
over.
friend?"
He's the social one. Like he has more social spoons. Like I'm too scared. Yeah, I'm too scared sometimes. Especially if he's around and I can make him do it. Which like probably it would have been good for me to come and see you, but
Yeah, yeah.
I
It
hid
would
in
have
my
been.
yeah. It would have been. I mean, he told me I was like, tell me the entire interaction, so then he did. Like,
Should
yeah.
have just been. Yeah, I walked out of the room with like my child at my breast, and I was like, "Oh, oh, a man! There's a man in my house. What is?"
I'm sorry. Oh well,
It's all right.
yeah. I was hiding. What I was doing is putting contact paper into this free. We got a free dresser that is just too it's
Disgusting.
wood,
Oh yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't clean it.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm putting contact paper over the entire thing,
Oh,
and
you were
then we're
also
gonna
putting up
use
a
it
mirror.
inside.
Okay, was the problem that you were putting up a mirror and you were just like
No, I don't.
just staring
I
into the mirror for hours?
blue eyes. Yeah.
They're
No, we put
blue.
up the
They're
mirror. Blue. I've tried to figure out like what color exactly my eyes are. Have you ever taken a photo of your eyes and then like zoomed in, and then
Oh, I
taken
did.
photo of
Well,
just the color?
Mike and I did this. We took pictures of our eyes. This was probably 10 years ago and just like zoomed in on the, and to see if we could tell the difference between our eyes.
Color. Yeah.
Um,
And
and it is hard to tell the difference. Mine are much more like teal. His are more like light blue.
yeah,
But
his might
it's
be
hard
like
to tell.
mine since our ancestors probably were married.
No, I think his are like yours, because you're related. But but he also people like don't know he has blue eyes. Like they'll be like, "Oh, you don't have blue eyes. You don't," and he's like, yeah, "Yes, I do. I do."
That's like me. That's exactly
Well,
what you did to me
they
before.
were brighter when he was younger. You know, when he still had like life in his eyes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Same, same.
life and light.
Before all these antibiotics.
Before, yeah, having a wife and children sucked all the light out of his eyes.
No, come on.
It's true.
No, I'm still scared about hantavirus. By the way,
Oh
I'm still
God.
scared.
Is
Yeah.
this what you're gonna bring
Well
up
then,
whenever there's a lull? Whenever there's like just the slightest pause?
yes. Well, they're not making everybody quarantine. It's scary. There's this guy in Arizona who's just like living his life who was exposed.
Well, I think
It's
we
scary.
learned a lot from COVID. I feel very silly about a lot of COVID related antics. Wearing a mask,
Oh,
walking around, walking over the Shakespeare Bridge wearing a mask like a freaking idiot.
I used to spray when my husband would come home from work. I would spray him. I would spray him
But
with
that is
like
funny.
anti.
That's worth it because it's
Yeah.
funny. But I'd be like walking by people and be like, oh, oh.
No, me too. I wore a mask. We probably walked by each other. We didn't know each other yet. I remember one guy early on in the pandemic. I was wearing a mask walking down the street and he was jogging and I was like a little bit scared and he like openly coughed on me. I was wearing a surgical. It wasn't even it was like a cloth mask. It wouldn't have done anything. Did you take a bra cup and make a mask out of it? Did you ever do that one?
No, it never got that far. And I remember I was pregnant during like true
God,
COVID.
that's scary. Okay, but
Uh,
hantavirus is way worse than COVID though. It
what
kills way more.
happens?
Okay, fine. You like I don't want to tell you actually. It's really depressing. I don't
I
I
can
don't even
handle
want
it.
to say it. You
Our
end up
listeners
choking
can
on your
handle it.
own.
Choking on your own
You choke
what?
on your own blood
Oh, blood.
until you die. Terrifying. Like it's like 30 to 40% of people who get it would like choke on their own blood and die, basically.
Okay, I'm gonna look into this. Where are you getting your
No,
information?
no, I shouldn't. You know what? I shouldn't have brought it up. I don't know why I'm spreading fear.
No, I don't, but
How
I
about
don't get
this?
scared is the thing. I don't it's not gonna do anything to me.
Okay.
So,
Okay. How do you do
only
that? How do you not get scared? Teach me.
um
What's your strategy here?
to not get scared of every little thing you hear. But yeah, because I do know a lot of people who get scared about everything that they hear about. But that's
Yes,
just no way. I try to recognize that that's just not a good way to live, and that worrying about it doesn't make it not happen, right?
that's true.
So then you're
That's
just
true.
wasting
Sometimes
more portions of like time of your life is spent worrying about it.
that's true. I mean, when I picture horrible things happening, sometimes I'm like, it's definitely not going to happen because nothing happens exactly the way you predict it.
Right.
So
So
if
if
I'm
you think
predicting
about
it,
it a lot, it's not going to happen. Yeah.
the likelihood is lower. And with COVID, I definitely was like, that's not going to happen, So I was wrong there too. With like, I was like making Corona beer jokes on stage, like before lockdown. Um,
Wait, you like you said that's not going to happen as in
I was just like, we all scared about Corona beers or whatever stupid joke. Like, I definitely was like, there's not going to be a pandemic. Are you insane? You know? So the fact that I'm scared now probably means it's not going to happen, right? Because I'm probably wrong. The likelihood of me being wrong is high. But you also must have no OCD in your family.
um I I think I have anxiety about other things. I think
What's
that's
your
like
most
mine is just much more like smaller. Like I don't worry as much about big
the big
things.
picture? So
Like
what
I'm
you get scared about? What's your scariest thing that scares you most often?
that people are talking about me. Like that I've like said something that someone like told another person about and then it comes back to me that it was being talked about.
Ugh, yeah, that's scary.
It's horrible. I mean,
Not a good
at your
feeling.
core, like that's like the worst thing. I feel like in the most primal way, being like excluded or
From the tribe.
that's like death. Being exclusion is death.
Yeah, yeah. Like in our nervous system, that's what it feels like.
Yeah, that's how we interpret it. So it makes sense.
It does make sense. It would also happen if you had a deadly virus. The exclusion. But
Mm-hmm.
anyways. No, but yeah, I think because we're all meant to operate in these like 100-person tribes or whatever. And like you need to be part of the tribe or you're just left in the wild, left to your own devices. But
Yeah,
now
then
our
you
tribes are
yeah.
like, but in reality, there's like millions of people in LA, and being excluded from one little social group won't really, except what it does to your nervous system. It'll feel bad. But
Right. And if it just
yeah,
keeps happening over and over again, like every job I've ever had, not every job. I did fine at Mervyn's.
Mervyn's. Oh yeah, Mervyn's, of
I
course.
did a
Yeah.
lot better at my $7 an hour jobs than I did at my you know, six-figure
Well, the pressure.
TV
I
writing
mean, the
jobs.
pressure is so different. The more you get paid, the more important the job feels, probably. Like,
Right.
so, like, it adds all this pressure.
Yeah, that's why
Um,
those jobs just shouldn't pay as much. I wish they just didn't pay that much.
yeah, but then how would we survive?
Well, I just they if
Everything.
they could just if you could just get okay, so like for TV writing, for example, if you could just if there were a system that would make it so you would just keep working, then you wouldn't have to make as much money to live off that
Right.
money.
Yeah. Yes. If studios just had like full time writers that came with the studio, is that what you mean? And you just
Yeah,
always
which
worked.
there was a bit that was like a system in the old days, right? For like I mean, or like actors had like their like long-term movie contracts back when like middle class people could become actors. But I think it would be better for society and for culture and for the quality of television for TV writers to make less money so they wouldn't become multimillionaires and then lose touch with reality and bad at writing about it.
I mean, is it them? I mean, I think it's also the development executives who are choosing the projects who
Oh
are
yeah, they
probably
definitely
also getting
shouldn't
out of.
make that much money. They do not do
But I
anything.
no.
Those people don't do anything.
Okay, what about this? I think it's the other way around. I think people who work in retail should make a lot more. Everybody
Oh
should
yeah,
make a
no,
lot
that's
more
true.
so that
Yeah.
everybody, so then everybody would have a lot of money and it wouldn't be this defining thing. We
Yes,
could all just
exactly. Yeah.
live well.
Yeah,
And
working in
then,
retail
yeah,
should be a respectable job, like with dignity.
yeah. And then perhaps a maximum wage. Like, it's like once you get to like 20, $30 million, like you're done. You're done with money. That's enough,
20, 30
you
million
know?
dollars as like a net worth.
Yeah, as a net worth. That's enough net worth for you. For anyone. I mean,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, it is crazy when you hear about like people who
When
made
you
lots
make
of money
more, you
working
can
in
just.
what?
Oh no, go ahead. People make lots of money. What?
Oh, just like what on like 2.5 Men or whatever. And then they still have like writing jobs on TV shows. And I'm just like, go to your island. Go, you're good.
Well, not that many. But they have enough time to devote to creating new projects from the money. Like,
Right. And then
so
they
it's
have the credibility and experience. So they
yeah.
just
So but they
keep
should
getting more
have to
jobs.
shepherd it. Like, they should have to mentor. Like, showrunners should be obligated to mentor. I'm just like, everything should be better for me. No, but
No,
yeah, I
but
think
it's true.
when you get to 20 or $30 million, if you make more, you just decide what kind of philanthropic project you want to start with that money or donate that money to, and then that's it. Like, done. Or give it to the city, or like buy property and make a playground near where we live, closer
And
than the
that's
one in the
yeah,
park.
right. Please just build a playground that we can walk
Build a
like a few blocks
playground.
from our
Just
house.
give us your front lawn. I mean, there should be one next to the library. That's where it should be. We just turn the parking lot into a playground at the library.
Oh, that's good.
How
Yeah.
about that?
There shouldn't
That's enough
I'm
for.
all for making it harder for cars to go places
Yeah, I
because
mean,
I
just
hate cars.
They can park. There's always room on our block. There's always room to park.
That's true. There's
They can
room.
just
There's room
park.
on our block too.
So there's parking in the neighborhood. You just have to go
Yeah,
one
yeah,
block in from Hillhurst,
yeah, yeah.
and
That'll
then
be fine.
take the parking lot at the library, make it into a tot lot like playground thing, and that's it. Easy peasy. You can close it when the library closes.
So who do we write to
Yeah,
about this?
that's
Spencer Pratt?
this is my official campaign. Well, it's Nithya is still the student councilwoman, a student council, the councilwoman. Is she still head of the freshmen? I feel like she's gonna have, if she's mayor, she'll have like less power even than as a council person. But anyway,
Right, and well, she'll
who
care
I wonder, I
even
don't
less
even,
about our petty parent or like the yuppie parent issues.
I know, yeah, we need her to stay. I don't even know who's running for city council in our district. I've only
Oh
been
yeah,
paying
I don't
attention to
either.
the mayor. But they all on TikTok, whenever they talk about it, all the Spencer Pratt bots are like, Nithya's district is a mess. It's a mess. And I'm like, have you been
That's
here?
ours.
Like, it's
You walked around Los Feliz is like heaven. It's just like
literally heaven. Nothing is going wrong. Like, things have only gotten better. And it's insane. It's just bizarre. We talked about this last time, I think. It's just bizarre that
right,
people
people's
say that.
people's perceptions of our neighborhood. Um, there was a woman at the park yesterday. I was going to the bathroom with Freddie, and I let him go and like we went to the ones by the bus stop. Um,
Yeah.
and he went into a bathroom by himself, and then this woman accosted me out like before I was going into the bathroom and said like, "Oh, you got to be careful. Like I always keep my daughter with me because there is a man who came up to me and was like talking about harvesting organs, and you should really be careful, um, and not be away from your kid." And I was just like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm here every day. Like I get it. Like thank you for telling me." And then I just
Because you
went in the
thought he'd
bathroom.
like quickly harvest your child's
Yeah,
organs.
I
Like,
think like he would be like lurking in the bathroom, and I would send my child into the bathroom by himself, and then he would harvest my child's organs while he was in the bathroom, or that he would
I mean,
like come outside and be snatched by this organ harvester.
it is a horrifying thing to say, but
Well, this is just a
that's just
crazy person.
the mumblings of a crazy person.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he
Like
probably
I've heard it
saw,
all. Like I tried to understand. I was like, is she a tourist? Like I don't know. Um,
right. Do you not, have you never interacted with a crazy person in LA? Like,
right. Yeah. Like I'm just so used to it at this point, and they're so like my kids are so used to it that like
yeah,
it's not at the top of the list of fears I have.
right. It sounds, did you ever see or hear of Repo Man? It sounds like something inspired by that. Harvesting organs.
Yeah, it's just
How
scary,
would he even,
scary movie stuff. But
well, how would you get into that market? You'd have to have like what are those, a cooler, right?
right,
And
yeah.
like,
I guess if he had a cooler, I should have asked her if he had a cooler with him. Like, is
right.
he
Did he have
putting
a
his money where
cooler
where his mouth is?
and a small plane? Yeah.
And something to like chop, right? To chop up the body.
Oh yeah, yeah. How do you get in there? You got to get through the bones.
Yeah. Come
Mm,
on. He seemed ill prepared.
crazy. If you get, if you are a child and you get an
Wait,
organ,
start saying that again because I was
does the
sneezing and I'm
organ?
gonna have to cut that.
If you're a child and you receive an organ donation, does the organ grow with you? I guess it does.
Oh, that's a good
Or is it
question.
already full size? Yeah. Or does it stay small if you got it small? It must grow with you, right? Could it?
If it right, because when they put it in your body, it's just gonna be like that's yours, right?
That's your, yeah, your liver or whatever. But you're growing. I don't know. I guess I'd have to Google this. This is a science question.
Okay, hold on. I'm on Reddit.
Are you looking it up? Wait,
Yeah.
Reddit?
Yes. The only
You
trustworthy
have it?
source.
This is your source.
The transplanted
Your
organs will
source of
grow
info.
appropriately with the child as they age, as they would have in the donor's body, as is governed by the normal cell cycle and physiological changes. Oh,
Okay,
but
so they
then
really
Reddit
do become
thinks,
yours.
oh, but children and children, okay, children over the age of 2 can receive a transplanted kidney from an adult, apparently.
That's a big kidney.
That's what it says. Okay, but sometimes it's 5. It depends. Wow.
That's how big the kid is, or the kidney, I guess. How big was the adult? Well, they'll never be
Right.
as small as a 5-year-old, right?
I don't know.
Interesting. And you trust this? Was this just an anonymous person on Reddit giving this information?
It was on the Ask Science subreddit. And it was okay, but another thing that I think is important is that it's from 13 years ago, and the internet and Reddit in particular was a slightly better place at that time.
Let's see, okay.
Like, remember when before, like, all normies used the internet and it was kind of just like a a place for people who couldn't
Nerds.
find like-minded people in the real world, so they turned to the internet. Um,
Nerds.
yeah, there's just a slightly
You're just
higher.
defining nerds.
Yeah, yeah.
You trust nerds.
I mean,
Okay.
13 years ago I did.
I mean, there is a bit of a vacuum right now on the internet in terms of like stuff you really want to use. If
I mean, what do
something
you
good came along,
what is your internet consumption right now? Like, what do you do?
oh God. I mean, I'm on TikTok a lot.
Mm,
Um, Mainly just because I'm totally sick of breastfeeding and I want it to end. So whenever I do that, I go on TikTok usually.
okay, so
Like if
that's
we're
your
lying
little
down,
treat you get in exchange for breastfeeding.
it's more just like how I exit my body.
Okay, okay.
But it's worth it because he goes to sleep and he's very hard. Like he never wants to go to sleep. So it's like a train. Um, but yeah, it's usually doing that. So it's that. I mean, I watch streaming services on my phone. I don't think that counts really. And then ChatGPT, I'll ask questions like, let's say I'm having like some kind of ADD burst of energy where I'm like, why don't I start this kind of business? How would that work? And I'll be like, ChatGPT, plot out
Okay.
like the first 5 steps to making this successful. Like, and I'm like, ooh, and then I like fantasize about building that business for a second and then never actually do anything. Um, or if I'm like panicking about what kind of job can I get, I'm like ChatGPT, like what, with this and this background,
What does
who the
ChatGPT
hell is?
say you should do for a job?
They said there was one that was interesting, and I wrote it down and lost it, but it was something to do with basically like brand story. So like you'd create the character of the brand, like work in marketing basically, and be um, like IKEA is this kind of girl, and then like create a story around that and create like branded content or like,
All right,
you
this is
know,
depressing. Our husbands
it's
just got to make more money because this can't happen.
very, no, it's very, very depressing. That's why I never took the steps because I was like, I could do that job. And if could figure out how to like frame my background of writing tweets for people in such a way, because I've
Yeah,
written tweets for comedians, so I'm like, I can,
for Tig
and
Notaro.
I've written scripts. Yeah, no, no, no.
Did you have a
I
day as
wish.
Tig
No,
Notaro?
nobody's ever sent that to
Really?
me out of the
Oh,
hunt of comedians who tweeted for Tig Notaro. I have
you
never
never did
been
it.
one of them
Wow. Wow,
ever.
I had my day. It was the best day of my life.
You had your
Okay.
day with oh God. But the pressure is on, man. The pressure's on. What
But
did
it
you
makes
tweet
you
as Tig Notaro?
it makes you I had one really good one. I'll have to I
Okay.
don't know how I would ever find it.
You have to send it to me.
I did log into my
That's like
Twitter
that
for
would have
the
been
first time in 6 years or something, so
me and my friend had one time that somebody retweeted our video and it was like the best day of our lives. It was Pat, was it Patton Oswalt? I think it was him. I think it was him. And he retweeted our video and we were like, we're famous now. We were like dancing in the streets. And of course nothing came of it. I mean, I don't know if you did this, but like when I used to have tweets go viral, or if I was like, this is a good tweet, I would like imagine in my head that like the tweet would be so good that I'd be on daytime television the next day and someone on a talk show would be like, so how'd you come up with the tweet? That's what
All you're
happened.
doing is making content for Twitter, and it doesn't do anything
I know.
for anyone. But it can feel that
I
way.
know.
And just, I
Sometimes
gotta
it's
say, thank God we have children now and derive meaning from richer sources. And we
I
gotta
mean,
wrap up.
I still post on threads all the time.